2 years of the Ukraine conflict, the French president has gone from not wanting to humiliate Russia to suggesting troops now be sent into Ukraine. Macron's attitude towards Moscow has changed, switching from the side of foreign policy dove to that of the hawk. By siding with the hawks, he's seeking to make up for the lost goodwill at the start of the conflict among countries in Central Europe, Scandinavia and the Baltic states. Or are the reasons multifold? At a February conference in Paris, the French president said a deployment of Western troops to fight Russia on the ground in Ukraine should not be ruled out. The suggestion angered Russian President Vladimir Putin and was dismissed by Ukraine's main backers. While speaking in Prague on March the 5th, Macron declared that Europeans can't be cowards when countering Moscow. Analysts have highlighted multiple reasons behind Macron's shifting posture. First, Ukraine's battlefield wars. Russia is gaining momentum in its assault on Ukraine amid stalled Western aid, making the coming months critical to the direction of conflict. In a worst-case scenario, parts of Kyiv's front line could be at risk of collapse. Hitting out, Russian Deputy FM said, "These statements show a readiness to follow the path of escalation when the West itself is suffering a strategic defeat on the ground." Alexander Grushko added, "Such claims, no matter what foreign or domestic political goals they pursue, are unacceptable for responsible politicians." He flagged that already heated military and political situation in Europe. Another reason for Macron's changed stance towards Russia is probably that Trump's very possible second presidency is casting its shadow. Some analysts say Macron wants to advance his vision for Europe's strategic autonomy and show Europe's ability to support Kyiv without counting on the US. Russia has worked intensively in recent years to drive France out of Africa's Sahel region and is also playing a role. Moscow has seemingly used anti-French campaigns to turn the mood of the population against the former colonial power. Russia has made offers to authoritarian African regimes to ensure their security and thus make France's presence dispensable. Last but not least, European elections are approaching. The hard right of Marine Le Pen and Jordan Bardella look set to trounce the Macronites. Is Macron using Ukraine to create a fault line between his side and the opposition? Analysts say the French president may be looking to set a contrast between his remarks and Le Pen's complicity with Moscow in the past. Critics say Macron could have led the European response to the crisis in terms of military assistance. Instead, they say the mismatch between some of Macron's words and his actions has weakened his standing amongst his European allies. It's not clear that it's raised his standing as an interrogator in the eyes of Putin.
Build confidence, stability and visibility for everyone.
Construire des éléments de confiance, de stabilité.
New